Maybe if Townsville funneled more resources into rehabilitative justice, he'd grow from a villain into a civilian.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're highlighting some of the most jaw-dropping moments from Robot Chicken. We'll be getting into spoilers with these shocking sketches.
Help me out. Which beer has the highest alcohol by volume? Good choice.
Number 10. Hobbs' Drastic Solution. Calvin and Hobbs has always been an entertaining comic strip about Calvin and the adventures he gets into with his imaginary friend, Hobbs.
Happy birthday, Calvin.
Wow, a real tiger! I can't believe you got me a real live tiger!
Okay.
But this sketch takes that wholesome concept and twists it on its head. When Calvin's parents grow concerned by Calvin's rampant imagination, they lead him to shrink visits and eventually shock therapy.
This is for the best. Give him these pills every 2 hours.
Hobbs then decides to take care of Calvin's parents. But let's just say that Hobbs' idea of taking care of them is a pretty violent one. With his parents gone, Calvin is soon arrested and locked away in an institution.
Wow, Mars is amazing! Mars is amazing! Mars is amazing!
This sketch shows how a once endearing story could go south pretty quick. Number 9. Serial killings. Fruity Pebbles are to die for, and in this sketch, Robot Chicken really meant it.
Barney, my pebble!
When Barney tries to steal Fred Flintstone's cereal, it leads to a brawl that ultimately kills him. Realizing that the house's animal appliances are witnesses, Barney decides to take them all out permanently.
A witness! Witnesses! The dishwasher!
My goodness, Cretaceous!
The record player!
He's a rapper!
The bidet!
Oh man, the things I've witnessed!
Despite his best efforts, this serial killer is still caught and punished in the end. We can get fighting over cereal, it happens. But accidentally murdering your best friend and then gruesomely killing witnesses to cover up your tracks?
Fruity Pebbles are an important part of this complete breakfast.
Yeah, we can't say we've ever been in such a drastically escalated situation. Number 8. Powerpuff Girls fight injustice. The Powerpuff Girls usually represent sugar spice and everything nice, but in this sketch, they were all out of those ingredients.
Aha! Mojo Jojo is in jail now, but we'll break out to fight the Powerpuff Girls again for you to put in jail again. No, wait, is that Mojo Jojo's life?
When the girls lock up Mojo Jojo for the umpteenth time, it finally clicks for them that Townsville is a place that does little to rehabilitate its criminals. And it's a problem that only contributes to its revolving door of villains.
God damn it! The punitive justice system never gave him the chance to grow! How did we become part of such a terrible cycle?
The mayor!
Determined to combat Townsville's incompetence, they decide to beat the living tar out of the mayor. It's pretty funny seeing the Powerpuff Girls snap at him like this, but also pretty extreme.
My girls, I'm a good guy.
Oh, Mayor, you're not a good guy. You're a bootlicker.
And so, Townsville is safe from its greatest villain yet, the man!
Your motives might be valid, but nearly killing the mayor probably won't help Townsville. Number 7. Kermit Kong. This Muppets and King Kong mashup proved to be more sinister than we expected. When a King Kong-sized Kermit brings Miss Piggy onto a skyscraper, several fighter planes attack.
We'll rescue you, Piggy!
Get lost, you blue weirdo! We're on a date!
They pelt him with water, which causes him to stumble and land gruesomely onto the pavements. The moment then changes to reveal regular Kermit actually crashed through a glass table when he was pretending to be King Kong as part of a game.
What happened?
We were playing King Kong, Nanny! Kermit Kong fell off the Empire State Building!
Kermit Kong falling to his death off the Empire State Building is shocking enough on its own, so the plot twist at the end only took things further. Not to mention that the eagerness of the Muppets nanny to cover up Kermit's death was just as alarming.
Piggy, get the bleach. Gonzo, hacksaw. Fozzie, you go get every hefty bag you can find. But what about my Kermit? He never loved you. Now move, goddammit!
We're pretty sure you shouldn't do that. Number 6. Dora's Quinceañera. When the now angst-ridden teenage Dora starts shopping for supplies for her big quinceañera, things soon fly off the rails.
Dora! Dora!
What?
It's almost time for your quinceañera.
run to the store.
Fine.
In the past, she'd have the audience help her identify things and solve problems. And she's technically still doing that here, just not for very age-appropriate stuff. She steals beer, tortures her sentient map, and gets highly intoxicated at the party.
Hey, I need your help, Paulo or Maria.
Dora's not the only one who went off the deep end in this sketch either. The lovable monkey Boots is gunned down after mauling a woman, and Swiper is turned into a grade A creep, just to put it simply.
Swiper, no swiping. Swiper, no swiping.
You're too late.
Oh, man.
Growing up's a part of life, but Dora's drastic change in personality gave us all some major whiplash. Number 5. The Tooth Fairy's Visit. As the Tooth Fairy is paying a young child a visit, she hears the child's parents in the middle of a violent argument.
Where the hell have you been?
It's none of your business.
None of my business?
When she goes to investigate, the audience is treated to 3 different scenarios as to what could have happened next, and they're all pretty intense. One has the fairy murder the dad. Another has the dad kill the fairy and take off with the kid.
Hey, champ. Okay, pack up. You and me are going on vacation. To Disneyland.
And the final one has police arresting the dad with little regard for the kid who's got to be traumatized by now. While we never see the violence up front, we hear more than enough.
Congratulations! This is the darkest sketch in television history.
Characters in the sketch have also called this the darkest in TV history, and we definitely think it makes a case for it. Number 4. Buzz passes on. Buzz Bee had been serving as the colorful and cheerful mascot for Honey Nut Cheerios for quite a long time.
It's hard to find a great-tasting breakfast that won't raise my cholesterol.
Did somebody ask for a tasty breakfast? Wow!
But this encounter he had with 2 kids was anything but bright and cheery. When Buzz conjures some Cheerios up for the kids, one of them is so thrilled that he slams the table in excitement, which leads Buzz to accidentally stinging him.
No, oh my God, no! This can't be happening!
You'll be okay, Bee. You'll be okay.
The situation soon proves fatal as stinging the kid ultimately cost Buzz his life. We've never really thought about cereal mascots dying, but we kind of thought that if Buzz were to pass on, it'd be in a dignified way.
So scared.
Honey Nut Cheerios has oats that'll help lower cholesterol. Part of this nutritious breakfast.
This shockingly gruesome end was anything but that, though. Number 3. Wile E considers ending it. Wile E Coyote trying to catch Roadrunner is a tale as old as time, and whenever he tries, he fails, much to our enjoyment. But after his latest failure, Wile E starts to wonder what the point is. It isn't too long until he falls into a depression that spirals into him taking his own life. This change in Wile E Coyote's mood wasn't just shocking for us, it was also a surprise for the Roadrunner. When he attends his foe's funeral, we find out that it was all just another insane plot to catch him. It might have finally worked, but this was clearly just too far. Take up a different hobby, Wile E. Number 2. Joker gets the death penalty. After beating Joker to a pulp, Batman stops himself long enough to wonder how he can end Joker for good without directly killing him.
One more punch would kill you, and I won't kill you.
That somehow means I win. I go to jail, escape, kill people, go to jail. Rinse and repeat.
Yes, it's an endless cycle, but I've sworn to let the courts do their work.
Fans have also long theorized about what it would take to finally put the Joker down permanently. And as it turns out in this sketch, it's a legal loophole.
And due to the persuasive testimony of the Batman, thank you, Batman, the court has decided upon the death penalty.
After compelling a jury, Batman gets the court to sentence Joker to the electric chair, where he's electrocuted and finally killed in a brutal fashion. This is a pretty absurd sketch, but it does a good job of poking fun at Batman's methods.
But why? For Barbara.
He might not kill you, but trust us when we say he'll find a way to work around it.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Grim Reaper and the missing Malaysia Airlines flights. This is one of those times where you really think, did they just go there? Well, on an international flight with Billy and Mandy, the Grim Reaper hatches a plan to get rid of the two.
Ooh boy, vacation!
Despite my monotone personality, I too am excited.
Yeah, man. I may be the Grim Reaper, but sometimes you need an adventure that ain't so grim.
He opens the door, which you definitely shouldn't do when you're on a flying plane, and chucks them outside to a grim end. Pun intended.
That's awful. It's 2014, March 8th, 2014 to be exact. And slavery is not cool in 2014. Not that it was ever. It was never cool, guys. Never, ever.
Maybe she's right.
Grim's sudden decision to murder Billy and Mandy wasn't the only bizarre moment.
You're damn right no bodies were ever found. Took a vote on the plane and everyone wanted to visit the island from Lost.
The flight they were on also happened to be the infamous missing Malaysia Airlines flight number 370. The missing flight remains a sensitive topic today, so the idea to seemingly make Grim the cause of it is certainly a choice. One thing's for sure, the sketch got our attention. Is there a head-scratching moment that we missed? Shock all of us in the comments.
I feel really good. Look at the pretty colors. Choose it. It's a fuzz.
Here, Clifford! Here, boy!
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times Robot Chicken roasted kids shows.
Alvin's not the only one who can score with the ladies.
Number 10, Mystery Not Incorporated.
I am Lisbeth Salander.
This sketch is a mashup between Scooby-Doo and the girl with the dragon tattoo. After Velma suffers a horrible accident, Scooby and the gang have to team up with Lisbeth Salander, the main character of Stieg Larsson's novels. Lisbeth is able to help the gang solve their mystery by offering her unique skill set as an expert hacker, though she does make the team uncomfortable with her quirks. This dark send-up of Scooby-Doo highlights the shortcomings of Mystery Inc.'s sleuthing skills, such as Fred's instinct to have the team needlessly split up.
Here are receipts for a ghost costume, a one-way ticket to Brazil, and 12 drums of acetone, the most common arson accelerant. He is planning to burn the park for the insurance money, blame it on a ghost, and flee the country.
I say we split up.
Number 9, Mission Kim Possible. In this sketch, Kim Possible gets captured on a mission in North Korea, and she's greeted by Kim Jong-un, who proceeds to taunt her as she's locked in a cage with alligators.
You're a madman!
You are Kim Prisoned.
Stop mocking my name!
What follows is shameless wordplay where the teenage spy and the brutal dictator trash talk each other using puns that start with Kim.
You're so Kimmature.
My wife's real, not like your Kim plants.
What are you Kim-plying?
Because they're both named Kim. Get it? That's really the extent of the whole sketch. It's a ridiculous premise where one of the most notorious world leaders of the modern age is portrayed as a cartoonish Disney villain. Number 8, Bert's New Roommate.
Now, this is much easier than one of us ever getting a girlfriend. Oh, that must be the new roommate.
Tired of living with Ernie, Bert decides to get a new roommate named Sam that he found on Craigslist. However, this is a regretful decision as Sam is delusional and far less considerate than Ernie. Sam is as disruptive as Ernie, but he's more disturbing when he pesters Bert.
Do I have blood in my mustache, Bert?
When Bert and Sam sing a song about tying shoes, Sam veers off the topic and brings up conspiracies.
Tying your shoes is so much fun. The American government Plan 911.
Needless to say, Sam isn't a good fit for Bert. We guess poor Bert is destined to be annoyed by his roommate, regardless of who it is. Number 7, Garfield at the Vet.
We have some bad news.
Oh, someone got a case of the Mondays.
You have type 2 diabetes.
Oh, Garfield!
This is a grim sketch where Garfield's poor diet leads to his doom. During a trip to the vet, Garfield is diagnosed with diabetes and is told that he needs an operation to save his life. However, John puts his foot down and refuses the operation, sealing the feline's fate.
You did this to him!
That's like a used car, man. I can't drop that kind of cash into a 13-year-old cat.
When he gets a replacement cat, he chooses to feed the cat the same diet as he did Garfield, thus sending this cat down a similar road.
Dry food or spaghetti and meatballs! Excellent. I knew you'd make the right choice.
This sketch puts the blame on Garfield's eating habits squarely on John, accusing him of being a bad pet owner. Number 6. Krabby Patties.
Krabby Patties are made out of crab!
The formula to the Krabby Patty is a closely guarded secret, and this sketch offers an explanation as to why that's the case. SpongeBob barges in from the kitchen to reveal to diners at the Krusty Krab that Krabby Patties are made of crab, a reference to the 1973 classic sci-fi film Soylent Green.
You gotta tell him Soylent Green is people!
He also accuses his boss, Mr. Krabs, of using one of his former employees as the meat for one of his Krabby Patties and feeding his customers their own kind.
You fed us to us!
Gonna pay you to kill us?
You're disgusting!
No! I'm the last honest man in Bikini Bottom!
Now, Mr. Krabs is a cutthroat businessman who's obsessed with money, but surely he wouldn't resort to such business practices on the real SpongeBob, would he? Number 5. Dora the Explorer. Years have passed since Dora was a child, and now she's a teenager about to celebrate her quinceañera.
Dora! What?
It's almost time for your quinceañera. I need you to run to the store.
Fine.
No longer a wide-eyed child, Dora acts like a total delinquent, stealing alcohol from a store and scoring illicit substances from a friend.
Dora, please, no! It's wrong!
Now let's complete this transaction.
Hey, stop that kid!
However, as Dora engages in this behavior, it's in an interactive format, like her show, and she gets help along the way from her trusty backpack and map.
Okay. He's at the park on 12th under the jungle gym.
A couple of familiar characters from the show make appearances. Swiper shows up to Dora's quinceañera looking to hook up with Dora's friends, and Boots is shown on a security tape attacking an elderly woman in a driveway. Number 4. The Time of the Great Pumpkin. Through the use of black magic, Linus is able to summon the Great Pumpkin and finally meet the long sought-after figure.
Finally! Now you can give me presents.
However, the Great Pumpkin turns out to be an evil creature and eats the kids from the Peanuts gang one by one.
What should we do?
You should let the Great Pumpkin eat you!
The sketch references several of the classic tropes from the Charlie Brown cartoons, from Lucy pulling the football to the adults who speak incoherently to the kids.
What did he say? Oh, I never have any idea what any adult says. It's always that wah 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 crap.
The world of Charlie Brown was always depressing and bleak, but Robot Chicken managed to make it much worse. Thank you. Number 3. Undercover Smurf Boss. Trying to get more information on the day-to-day affairs in the Smurf village, Papa Smurf goes undercover, much like the reality TV show Undercover Boss.
They'll never Smurf, it's me.
He works as an intern first for Farmer Smurf and then Dr. Smurf, where he fails miserably practicing medicine. Instead of being wise and compassionate, Papa Smurf is portrayed as condescending and incompetent.
Teach me to care about your sad little life. I mean, your noble and fulfilling career choice.
The sketch looks at problems from Smurf Village that would be overlooked in the cartoon, and it raises an interesting question. How is Grouchy Smurf useful to the village?
All right, what exactly do you do around here?
I hate stuff.
I'm being deadly serious.
Openly talking about what you hate doesn't sound like a productive contribution. Just saying. Number 2. The Magic School Bus Final Adventure. With the help of her magic school bus, Miss Frizzle is able to show her students the wonders of science and teach them to open their minds to what life has to offer.
Please let this be a normal field trip. With a friend? No way!
But to be real, she was also guilty of child endangerment, and her wild field trips were a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Miss Frizzle is batshit crazy! Does she even have a teaching degree? It's honorary!
In this sketch, the class goes to the Grand Canyon, but through her recklessness, Miss Frizzle ends up sending everyone on a one-way ticket to the pearly gates. The sketch shows why the students shouldn't go near that magic school bus.
The magic school bus!
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few other roast-worthy honorable mentions. Swedish Chef's Jaunt. A day in the life of the Swedish chef.
Oh, what kept you, honey? Dinner's waiting.
Get the hell off my back, woman!
Animaniac Kama Sutra. This Yakko's World parody is probably too inappropriate for the real Animaniacs.
Unlicensed doctor and French helicopter. Let's try these positions on Dot.
What?
Captain Planet. Ted Turner goes off the deep end and becomes Captain Planet.
Is that Ted Turner?
I think it is. What the hell's he doing?
I don't know. He's on one of those zip lines.
Oh, yeah. Is that what they're called? Zip lines?
Yeah, zip lines.
Yeah, I always thought
Captain Planet!
Pee-wee Takedown. It was only a matter of time before the police were called to Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Go, go, go! Surrender! It's over!
That's a secret word. You said it!
Bloopers. Squirtle breaks character.
This makes no sense at all.
Say the line, Earl, or you get the gas.
For the love of Christ, kids, go read a book or something.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Rugrats joke.
Tommy, what are you doing in the streets?
For those unfamiliar with Rugrats, the show is about a group of babies who would often sneak away on adventures when the adults were supposed to be watching them. In this sketch, Tommy and his friends cross a freeway and dodge bullets in a gang war to search for his Reptar doll. When Tommy's mother Dee Dee finds the babies in the middle of the street, she angrily confronts her husband Stu.
Well, I'm sorry, the babies escaped and I...
Escaped? They're babies, you sackless moron!
While it's necessary to call out Stu for being negligent, as all the adults are on the show, Dee Dee takes her anger a little too far. But it wouldn't be Robot Chicken without some disturbing exaggeration.
What a divorce.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.